EIS Regional Finals. As always, my name is Hawker, here to bring you the action from the B stream. And we are here for the second map of Belgium versus Limitless. And most importantly, guys, UU finally has his picture. He's not quite got the same glorious hair as his brother Faris, but it's not too bad, I guess. We'll live with it. Again, of course, Belgium already took the first map. Back on Inferno, they won their own map pick, mainly due to a big CT side. And so winning the knife round here, Belgium will get to start off on the CT side on Mirage, if they so desire. And indeed, Scream will call for the switch. So if Belgium have a similarly strong showing to start off the CT side here on Mirage, then that could maybe allow them to try to steal this series away 2-0. Again, remember, the winner of this matchup gets to face off against AGO in the quarterfinals, which will certainly not be an easy showing. AGO have looked pretty good in the group stages so far, of course, topping their group. So it will be tricky for either of these sides, even if they do take the win. However, I'm sure they will still be able to compete, and that will be a very good matchup. Just throwing it back to Inferno on that first map, it was Existence leading the way for Belgium in terms of fragging. He was up there at 30 kills, and then Scream was the second big fragger with 25 himself. And if Existence can repeat that sort of performance, if he can hit that sort of level again here, then that could certainly allow Belgium to have a very, very good chance at stealing this map away. However, of course, this is Limitless's map pick, so let's see what they have planned for their T side. To start things off, we are going to see them lean towards the B-bomb site. Kana has the smoke in his hands, and that will, by the looks of things, go up to mid, but UU, pushing up through top mid, gets himself that first kill. A couple of players are going in towards underpass, but the mid presence will be more difficult to gain control of now. See the players pushing forwards. Existence was back towards short, but he won't be able to find too much. You can see actually the bomb making its way back towards B. Smiley gets this all-important frag, and now Existence has to try and hold them off, but the bomb should be planted, especially now that Smiley gets yet another kill. Back to a 2-on-2, but UU gets his way to the site, but doesn't get anything as a reward for his aggression. And that leaves Twanu and Scream to make their way forwards, and Twanu gets that quick kill, looking for the second, but Kana manages to take him down. Scream does get the one headshot, needs to find a kit, does pick it up. Faking the bomb, forcing Pollux to peek. Now he's just going to stick the defuse, but Pollux is playing this so well, just jiggling in and out. And eventually the Glock comes out with a headshot to secure the pistol for Limitless. They had the bomb planted for short. And as soon as there was a player in position, of course, it was going to be fairly easy to close it out, just playing the time. Of course, Belgium will go for the force, and interestingly, Twanu is going to invest all of his money into just a Mag 7. So he's going to try and play up close in towards A. In the meantime, you can see the rest of Limitless making their way out towards mid. UU does have the scout, but he will be forced to fall back. In the meantime, Smiley looking to take the point with an AK. Could be a little bit risky if he goes down first, but Smiley will win that first fight, flicking back around. And Smiley doubles it down to get a second headshot onto Existence. Twanu up close here with the Mag 7. Ooh, long range shot, but the shotgun will connect. So Kana goes down. In the meantime, Faris could have got a kill there. He takes Smiley down low, but not low enough. And that means Twanu will be the last man left alive. Ooh, the shotgun doing some damage here as Twanu gets a second on the round. And recovering the AK wouldn't be a terrible save for Belgium if he wanted to go for it. Of course, $900 is the kill reward for getting a kill with the shotgun. So that Mag 7 has already paid for itself. Remember, he had $0 to start the round, so that's always a consideration to take into account. If he does save this AK, he can probably invest into Kevlar and just try and see if he can get something going with that rifle into the next round while the rest of the team ecos. So Twanu will save the AK. Now the question is, does he want to save for the AWP or go for some Kevlar? And he will indeed buy up the armor and a flash. Yu also just going to invest into one flashbang. And so Belgium will have to play mostly around Twanu for this round. See a couple of Mach 10s brought up for Limitless. Of course, realizing most opponents should be eco. Twanu's going to come into the short. The molly will force him to stay safe. Push going to come in. Twanu doesn't spot them out through the flames, so he himself takes some damage and decides to give the AK over to Scream. So now it's going to be Scream's chance to try and get some headshots himself. In the meantime, Pollux and Connector could certainly try to get a frag or two. Varys will go down, and elsewhere Scream lost that AK-47. You can see they're trying to move back into position to recover it, and oh, Existence doesn't get that frag. Maka is the man trying to hold on to the AK for the team. But it looks like he, being so low on health, decides he's just going to let Yu pick this one up. The molly forces him out. Pollux does come through with the Mach 10 to take him down. Does he get the AK? Yes, he just about saves it. So that's a nice little bonus for Limitless. 3-0 up. And of course, Belgium themselves will have to go for the buy, and Twanu can still afford the AWP if he wants it. Wouldn't really get any nades, but he could certainly get the Kevlar, and there we go. The AWP will be invested. And on the Limitless side of things, they're just going to stick with what they had in the previous round. The 4 AKs and the 1 Mach 10. That might just allow Twanu to try and get an opening kill. Looks like instead Yu's going to be pushing up aggressively towards top mid. He was spotted out there, so he decides it's not worthwhile to commit to the further push when the opponents have the information that he is there. Twanu with the AWP. Going to play very close in towards a ramp. If he misses a shot here, he could be in danger of going down. But he does also have the support of Existence. Still a somewhat awkward position to hold. You can see he can now, of course, fall back to the right-hand side. That does leave Yu holding mid by himself. Trying to tap away, but he's just going to have to concede mid control. With only the M4, very difficult to hold onto that position. Scream's going to peek out here, going for the spray, gets the 1 and 2 kills. And Scream will happily fall back, giving his team a big advantage. See there, Loki was attempting to get the tray, but doesn't get there in time. And Existence on the A site gets a kill himself. Ooh, Scream does lose that fight, but Loki gets shot in the back. And Pollux with only a Mach 10 won't really be able to do too much, although he does get the 1 kill. However, that is all she wrote. Existence finds a double to secure the first round for Belgium. And maybe this CT side could yet again get itself going for Belgium. They get the first gun round, mainly thanks to Scream. Those 2 opening kills made it much, much easier on the hold. However, of course, now Loki himself has the AWP, and oh, Yu's going to pick up the AWP for the CT side. So Twanu decides to toss it over to his teammate. This was out towards mid, but decides to go back due to the molly. See, Pollux is up close. That molly will force him back. What a spray down from Pollux. After throwing the molly, there's no reason not to spray, because if there is a player there, you are going to force him to fall back. And Pollux realised that as he opened up with that initial kill. Really nicely done from him. A lot of utility used there from Limitless to gain control of mid. You can see only a couple of flashbangs left to hit a site. Varys is going to try and see if he can get some action. However, after spotting out the opponent, he decides against it. So now the next player to look out for might just be Twanu. He's pushed into Palace, which is allowing his teammates to not play towards A, but Twanu needs this kill. Does find the initial headshot, and Canna did not have any support there. So that will allow a rotation to come back around towards A. Specifically, Yu with an AWP gets into position. And Twanu doubles down from Palace. Yu does miss that shot, but the damage is already done. Maka gets a kill back, but Yu finally opens up with the AWP. And Maka will have to drop 3 bodies if he wants to win this clutch. And that is not going to happen because Scream catches him off guard. Belgium there lost the opening pick, and yet a little bit of aggression from Twanu. Gets himself 2 kills, gets himself the information, and allows Belgium to get into position on the A site to hold it down. And you saw exactly why there, especially on Mirage. If you lose a man, you pretty much have to go for a push somewhere. Because there's so many angles you have to hold off if you don't have mid control. It's certainly worth going for the aggression, seeing if you can get some advanced info, and allow your teammates to rotate quickly enough to hold down the site. And that worked perfectly there for Twanu, because there was only one player pushing him in towards Palace, so as soon as he got that first kill, he could call for the rotation and lock down that A site. Canna will be smoked off. Limitless start this round very spread apart, considering they only have pistols. But Polox is into connector. I don't think Yu's going to peek in time. Polox here. Spots out Twanu, but Twanu will win that fight at long range. Kill does come back. The players from Palace should be taken down. Twanu sprays away. And that's exactly what I was expecting there. Loki, the last man left. Don't see this P250 skin too often. Let's see if we will be seeing any opponents later. He tries to tap away, but doesn't look likely. 3 players raining down shots in towards him, and it's Existence who gets the kill. Again, Twanu not going for the AWP. He has been pretty good with that rifle as well, so I suppose giving the AWP to Yu is also understandable if Twanu's going to play well with the M4. Using the silenced M4, in fact, because Yu dropped that over to him. Not something you see too often, with the M4A4, of course, having the more bullets, and also just generally being slightly better, I think, statistically, just because, as well, when you've got those more bullets and you can control them well, it's much easier for the spray down, of course. Polox. That's not the smoke he was hoping for. However, it won't matter too much because the rest of the team is going to go back to mid. A bit of an NA smoke there to start the round, even if this is an EU game. We are going to see Existence find another kill in towards mid. Loki and Smiley were into B apps, but Canna goes down. And this round is going pretty much as you would expect. Faris is the man on the other side, avoids the flash, spraying them down. Ooh, doesn't quite get that second kill. Loki might just try and get the bomb down, but that will not be happening. Scream comes in to make sure there is no plant, and so Limitless now will take a fairly early tactical pause. I've just seen that the chat has got kind of out of control, so we're going to start trying to put a stop to that. This is a Counter-Strike stream, guys. Just talk about Counter-Strike. It's not that hard. But yeah, we're going to head back into the game, so Yu's still going to have the AWP over Twanu. Not quite going for the double AWP setup yet on the Belgium side of things. But I certainly expect on Mirage that they will be going to go for the 2 AWPs. Twanu is again holding the A site with that M4 we were talking about earlier. And Limitless, of course, have themselves a buy, but Twanu has been on point on the A site hold so far. Nades will go over the top, but Twanu is in an advanced position to stop this. The Incendiary will slow the push, but he gets caught off guard, and Existence goes down so quickly. He couldn't quite get into position quickly enough. And so that means Belgium lose the A site, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to retake this one. There's so many smokes already deployed. They do have a fair amount of utility themselves to try and retake the site. Faris does get a second kill. So maybe this becomes doable now in the 3 versus 3. Deployed from Faris, but he doesn't clear the right position. So now Yuyu will get that shot. Very quick flick. And as the smoke goes towards the bomb, there's the chance for the defuse. Second smoke deployed. Yuyu going to get on the bomb. Scream slowing them down. The spray comes in. Yuyu still on the defuse, and Pollux is not there in time. Scream holds them off. And Yuyu goes into the smoke to allow the defuse to come through. It was looking so good for Limitless there. They got the A site fairly quickly, but you can see when you go for that fast of a push, Belgium had plenty of utility left to try and retake the site. The smokes came down towards the bomb. The Molotovs even came out to clear some other positions. And that was really what allowed Belgium to fairly easily be able to retake that bomb site there. That's the risk of going for such a fast push, even if it is successful. Scream's nade will do some damage to Loki's orb. Loki pushing through the smoke here, or at least thinking of doing so. Faris is the man on the other side, but you can see Loki, thinking better of his aggression, decides to play things safe. Looks like Limitless will make their way back around towards mid. Existence is the man who was tasked with holding mid earlier, but you can see he's decided to play safe with only the M4 in his hands. And of course, a lot of teams on the CT side are willing to give up mid control fairly easily, especially as that smoke comes in. They're just going to give that one up. Does give plenty more options for Limitless, but I don't really think it's too big of an issue because Belgium have conceded mid control in the recent rounds. And still come out on top. Existence to fight towards mid, but he goes down first. In the meantime, Yuyu gets one kill on the A site hole, but he is by himself towards A. Still going to be tricky to hold this one off. Should spot out the man, but the molly forces him back. In the meantime, Scream did get one more kill before he went down to a Molotov. Faris here holding the cross, gets that frag. 6 seconds left, and Maka doesn't have the time. There's no time for the plant. Gets the spray down, but Yuyu can just play safe. Ooh, Maka nearly even taken down through the box there. But more importantly, Belgium keep their win streak going. Belgium have been so good on their CT sides throughout this tournament. And after losing that pistol round, they've already won 6 gun rounds in a row. And with the money flowing, they will look to continue to put those rounds on the board. The money isn't actually anywhere near as good as you may expect for the CTs. And oh, Maka with the 1 AK gets the opening kill. Existence is in position to secure the trade frag. But the A site looks like it will be taken. In fact, Kana even pushes into CT to get the rifle. Flashes coming through. Yuyu misses the AWP shot. And now we have a round on our hands. We've seen Belgium retake the sites previously successful. But this time it is at a man disadvantage. Here comes the flash. A couple of players around the corner. Faris lining up a second flash for himself. Could pre-fire, but there we go. The kills come through, and despite Scream's trades, he's still stuck in a 1v2 with not too much time left. He decides it's too difficult, and so Scream will look to save. And remember, Belgium's money wasn't great, so Scream saving this gun would be useful. One of the Limitless players did die to the bomb there, for what it's worth. And Belgium now, they probably should just go for the buy. Scream, of course, can drop a gun. It's pretty much going to be a full buy, but it is going to be a tactical pause called by Existence. Again, guys, apologies if we miss any kills or if I trip over my words. I'm still getting used to solo casting and observing at the same time, so hopefully there won't be too many mistakes. However, indeed, Belgium will be going for the buy. Mag 7 for Twanu. Of course, they had the rifles already, and UU should be able to buy another one up. In fact, there's already 2 guns on the floor. So despite UU having the $6,100, a couple of the other players are going to be going it down to weaker weapons, which is somewhat weird. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, UU does buy up the AWP now with that extra money. So that UMP will not be used. Existence instead is going to get the rifle, so a little bit of wasted money. So heading into round 11, this is actually a really important round for both sides. Again, we're going to see Twanu on the Mag 7. And again, we're going to see Belgium give up mid-control early on. Pollux is already up into Connector, trying to get up in his opponent's face. Existence is the man on the other side. And again, Twanu, as expected, is holding close in towards Palace with that Mag 7. Flash comes over, but Pollux is already in Connector. Existence could be in some trouble here. Existence going for the fight, but Pollux is in position. In the meantime, Twanu struggling, but he does get the kill in the end. However, Smiley is already pushed out through a ramp. That could be dangerous for Twanu if he doesn't expect the man to be here. Push not quite coming through to the A site just yet, though, because the bomb has been left behind. But look at Pollux and Maka. They pushed their way through jungle. Here comes Scream. Needs to be aware they could be here. He doesn't quite spot them. Oh, Pollux nearly whiffed the spray down there, but he just about gets the kill. And now UU has both sides to watch towards. UU does get caught off guard, and so Twanu now is the only man on A, and he will also fall. Faris gets the 1 kill, but that is all he can find. And the push in towards CT spawn captures the A players out in the open. They couldn't really reposition to get themselves safe from all angles. If Scream got that 1 kill towards CT, if he expected the players to be here, I think they would have won the round on the Belgium side of things. But you saw Scream got caught off guard. And even though he nearly got the kill, I feel like if he was ready for players to potentially be in CT, then he certainly would have at least found 1 frag there. However, instead it goes the other way, and so Belgium are going to be forced back to just pistols. Ooh, Existence tries to flash through the smoke, but Pollux says no. Completely denies him anything in the round. Scream is going to be solo holding B, and he might have to get some quick headshots to hold this site, because the closest rotator would be UU, and he is nowhere near the action. Molly comes out. Scream is just going to play safe on the back of the site itself. The rotate has come in, but they haven't cleared this position here. Scream misses the shot, gives away his position. He pulled the trigger way too quickly there. I don't think he expected that Limitless were not even going to clear that spot, and that kind of confused him just a little bit. And so Faris will just have to save the AK. Yeah, the Space Soldiers match is scheduled for 4 PM. Assuming this game finishes on time, should be good. Faris will not be able to save the AK. So we are back to an even scoreline. And just earlier, I was praising Belgium's CT sides. However, Limitless have managed to overcome that for a couple of rounds here. And already 6 rounds on their T side of Mirage certainly isn't too shabby. One ping? I mean, yeah, they are playing on LAN, so makes sense. We haven't seen too much of this from Limitless. A lot of the time they've been going for the mid aggression. which has been working very well for them because, again, Existence has been solo holding mid with just a rifle. He couldn't particularly hold it off. But yet still, we're going to see them file out through Palace onto the A site. Twanu will be taken out first, and Yuyu is still on the site itself, and, well, does get a couple of kills. Finally, he will be traded on, but Scream could be in position. Oh, the nade does some damage, but not quite enough. And in a 2-on-2 here, of course, Limitless can just elect to fall back. And they should still have a fairly decent advantage. You can see Belgium wanting to stick somewhat close together, because otherwise they risk just going down one by one and allowing an easy round for Limitless. So they're going to stay towards the A site. And it's a good call from Limitless to just fall back and go towards B, because they know it's fairly likely to be open. Kind of decides to plant safe because they haven't cleared everything just yet. So now Belgium will have to make their way back around. No defuse kit. So Faris and Scream will have to go fairly quickly. Scream still thinks he has time to go back towards short. And Faris, I think, will just play for information to try and allow Scream to pounce from short, because they might not expect this position. Kind of get spotted. Spray comes in. In the meantime, though, it's maçı to find that frag towards Faris, and so Scream has to take them both down, and that's not going to happen. Kana, very, very quick with the kill. And Limitless finally finding a fair few rounds on the T side here. This is what they could not get back on Inferno. They struggled horrifically on their T side there, but this time around, it's gone much better for them. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard, this time it is Scream leading the way for Belgium. But Existence, who was the key player in the last game, is having a game, not necessarily, it's not a bad game or anything, just compared to the last one, of course, it's not quite as good. And that's always going to be the issue for Belgium. I think Scream is obviously going to be the star player for the most part, but I don't know exactly who is going to be able to sort of keep up with Scream and be that second star consistently. I think Existence can frag well some of the time, but that's not something you can consistently rely on. And that's, as I've kind of been saying, the rest of the team is a bit sort of questionable and I think a bit too inconsistent to make this Belgium roster really do that well against top tier opposition. Looks like Limitless have a technical problem with their mic. But we should be getting back underway momentarily. There we go, it is indeed sorted. So Belgium, again, will only have the pistols to play with. And it's looking fairly good for Limitless to take the lead here. Belgium going to go with 3 players towards B to start things off, and then they're going to try and push through mid by the looks of things. The pistols sticking together, they will gain a lot of information for this push. Bomb is currently leaning towards A for Limitless, but they're not committing just yet. If they do go for this A play, there are plenty of players here on the Limitless, or sorry, the Belgium side of things. Existence spots out the first man. Kana comes in from Palace. Gets himself 2 kills before Twanu finally finds the trade and an AK for himself. And look at Twanu, the flash is so good. Twanu goes huge. 3 headshots to give his team a chance at the round. maçı looking for the trade. What a shot. He taps off the head himself, but Twanu is still alive and kicking. It's a 1v2 for maçı, and Twanu is going to be hungry for the ace. Twanu still just trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Spots out maçı. The spray comes in, and Scream is there to ensure the trade. Not quite the ace from Twanu, but 4 kills and an assist is more than enough. And Belgium, with only the pistols, get the job done. And for what it's worth, I'm very impressed with Twanu there. I generally think of Twanu as a bit more of a passive player, and yet there he realised he had to go aggressive in towards A ramp. The flash was perfectly placed and allowed him to get that 3k easily. And then you saw that allowed Scream himself to get an AK to close out the final kill. Really impressed with how Twanu played that round after finding the AK. And that shows the difference, by the way, that a single flashbang can make. One very well placed flash gets 2 free frags. Looks like that was Existence though, pushing into Palace, who goes down first. Elsewhere though, Twanu is going to find the kill back. I think that was in towards Connector. And he just decided to fall back through the smoke to stay safe. One player who could be in trouble in this round is Faris over towards B, who is somewhat by himself. Yeah, sorry about missing those kills. The auto-director is so bad. Oh, Scream. Hello. Loki is just going to be taken out by the one-tap, and in the meantime, Faris did find a frag on towards the B site. So they're just going to go for the desperate push towards B, and oh, Faris on low health gets himself another kill. Smiley should finally take him down, but he's still got 3 more opponents to deal with. Ooh, Smiley takes down Scream very quickly with the dink. However, UU is in position to close out the half. Nice off angle with the AWP. And an 8-7 half for Belgium. Not as great of a CT side as we've seen in the past, but certainly still a very competitive first half for both teams. We are still yet to see how Belgium can do on the T side of Mirage, though. Get a nice little musical interlude at the half. Again, Scream leading the way, and Twanu, pretty much just thanks to that 1-4K, is the second best fragger on the team. But pretty much everyone having decent games across the board. I guess Loki is struggling in terms of frags. However, other than that, it's very evenly spread across the entire server. And it's not like Limitless have been lacking in terms of frags. You know, Maka and Pollux elsewhere have been doing fairly well. So here we go, heading underway into the second half. Limitless not going to go for a defuse kit. Okay, that's somewhat scary, to be honest. On Mirage, it's quite easy to get a bomb plant. If you just go for the smokes and flashes on towards A, the 2 smokes in towards either stairs and jungle, or even CT and jungle if you want, that can allow an easy bomb plant. So that's somewhat scary for Limitless if they have to retake a site. They're going to have to hold the sites very, very well. Slow start to the round. Kana is waiting patiently, and Pollux, I'm sure, will try and get the information to allow him to open up in the round, if necessary. In the meantime, Loki is out towards mid alongside Smiley. Goes for the peek, but Loki was out in the open there. Smiley needed to hold that more aggressively, but instead he goes down first. Kana elsewhere did get the kill back, but the push is coming up towards A. Twanu does get a second kill, and Maka is the only man left rotating around from B. And he's still left in a 1-on-3. Belgium have also pushed in towards a very strong position. 2 of them there in CT spawn. Maka, that's what Existence, who goes for the peek, but he gets a dink for himself. And Maka, without the kit, cannot do anything. Belgium just overrun the A site incredibly quickly. And that should allow them to regain a decent lead here. Assuming, of course, they don't lose to the pistols, which is always something that you can't necessarily assume. We've seen a couple of Force Spies won already in this very series, and in this very map, of course. Belgium won with just the pistols earlier when they went for that A stack. Particularly, of course, Twanu stepping up there. Seems like Belgium are going to try and line up an A push. Nades are being primed and ready for the push to the site. But Kana, ooh, Twanu could have been in trouble there, but he just about gets that opening kill. Pollux is on the site itself. The CZ could certainly get a kill or two here. Oh, the flash allows him to open up. Gets himself 2 frags. And this round will be a little bit closer than Belgium would have been hoping for. But it's still Scream in existence, both with AKs. And there we go. Scream just taps away to take the first kill on the round for himself. Belgium still with plenty of time will try to play safe. Scream is thinking of going aggressive here. Decides not to go too far out. It's Existence who's trying to frag out. Does get the kill. But Scream on 26 HP is not going to be ready to trade. Scream tapping away. Needs this kill, but he misses the shots. This is a very important one-on-one now. Scream fakes dropping down. Trying to play with the sounds there, but Loki doesn't fall for it too much. Scream still trying to find this kill, but he just cannot connect. The smoke is deployed and Scream crossing to the site. Might be safe for the plant. Decides to fake it. Loki doesn't connect with the shots. And Scream just about holds his nerve. A very, very sort of twitchy, nervy 1v1 between the two players. But Scream always felt like he was really sort of... I don't know how to say it. It felt like Scream was kind of deciding where the fights were being taken. And Loki was always sort of on the back foot, it almost felt like. Really sort of reacting to what Scream was doing. It was very proactive from Scream. I think that's how I'd describe it. So now, of course, Limitless with just the full eco. They're going to try and stack window, but... Oh, Scream taps off the head. Another headshot. Beautifully done with that AK-47. So Kana will also end up falling. Twanu with the Mach 10 also gets a double. And Scream, I'm sure, will be loving those headshots out towards mid. Already up to 21 kills. However, now he is not going to get such easy frags out towards mid because Limitless themselves have got the rifles together. No AWP for the CT side and no defuse kit to work with. And okay, Belgium, they're going to keep up the pressure. It looks like they might go for a fairly fast A play here with everyone grouped up around the A bomb site. Currently Kana and Pollux, the initial players on the hold, with Smiley in connector ready to get into position fairly quickly if he is required. Smoke comes out. Pollux decides to go aggressive on the edge of the smoke here. Flash is coming in, but Twanu gets the first kill. Pollux still not reacting. Finally goes aggressive. 1 kill, but not going to get any more. Spray through does damage from Loki, but there's still a man down. And in the 2-on-3, they're going to have to make their way back forwards. The bomb should be planted. Yu is low on health, but the bomb indeed goes down. Loki nearly gets caught off guard, jumping around, doesn't know where he's being shot from. The nade, the molly comes in. Loki in all kinds of trouble, just about survives on 2 HP. And in the meantime, Maka has been dishing out the damage. Yu so low on health, forced into the open. But in the meantime, Loki on 2 HP was taken out. And Maka has 3 opponents to find. And that will not be happening. Faris finishes him off. Belgium keep up the pressure. And Limitless on the A site hold crumble under the pressure that Belgium applied. I really like doing that on the first gun round. Just show that you can go for a simple execute towards a site fairly quickly. And find success, especially because Limitless there had very little utility to counter the push. That's often the case in the first CT gun round when they go for the force previously. You saw they couldn't really try and flash through the smokes, they couldn't really try and nade or anything like that because they didn't have enough utility to commit to that. Push comes in and it was Loki actually elsewhere who got a frag. That was the push towards underpass that was successful. So a fair amount of aggression coming out from Limitless early on. Scream is low on health and Twanu in towards apartments, or sorry, in towards Palace goes down. It's only the Mach 10 loss, but more importantly, it's another frag out. So a 5v3 is what they have to recover from. Oh, 2 headshots come back in existence. Sprays on towards A to get another kill. Maka not quite going to be up in towards ladder room in time. And And he won't be able to get that frag either. Existence bails Belgium out with a triple kill. Smiley tries to go through the smoke, but it's again the Existence and Scream show in this round. Also got to give credit to Twanu, who has certainly stepped up on this map. And Limitless now are going to try and switch something up. The two AWPs come into play. Loki has been struggling a bit so far. So the investment into this AWP, he hopes will be what he needs to make a difference. He has got a good spawn. Instead, he decides to go towards B rather than playing out towards mid. So that will allow Maka to try and hold things off. Loki's going to lock down B apartments. Boost coming in for him. Oh, very tight angle. Loki won't quite get the chance to find the frag just yet. You can see the tension building as Loki goes for the fight, but Twanu was in position with the AWP on the right-hand side. They didn't spot him out, and so he gets the opening kill. And yet again, Belgium get to play from a man advantage. Smiley could try to recover the AWP if he wanted to, but for the time being, he's sticking with the rifle. And elsewhere, Canna pushes on towards Scream, who was by himself in towards Palace. That's always the risk of spreading out on the T side. Scream loses that fight. We go straight back to a 4v4. And Limitless now don't particularly have to go for too much aggression. They can just try and hold in a fairly standard setup. Maka with the AWP is still towards A. In the meantime, Twanu's coming in towards Palace. Again, by himself here with the AWP. If Canna had stuck around, this would have been a fairly easy kill up close. You would think he would be favoured to win the fight. But he decides to play safe back to the site. So Belgium with 23 seconds are slowly but surely going to converge on this A play. Oh, Maka still holding ramp. They might not have spotted him. Twanu takes his head off through the box. Canna goes for the flash, gets the one kill, but in comes the trade. And Pollux is going to try and rotate over quickly. The bomb needs to go down here, and Faris gets that all-important kill. There comes Smiley, finding one back. But Twanu is locking down this angle. Avoids the flash. Twanu fires off the shot, but doesn't quite hit. Nade coming in, but Smiley is pushed up. Twanu still looking to play around the box. Goes for another shot. Smiley, though, is pushing up close, but Twanu holds his nerve to win the 1v1. And Belgium just keep on winning here on the T side. 6 rounds in a row. And Twanu up close with the AWP. Nails the shot to give Belgium 14 rounds. That might just settle this game. A lot on the line there, and fair play to Twanu. I wasn't sure if he could step up at this sort of level, but he has played very, very well here on this second map. Scream's going to go for the push, and Scream is just taking faces. He gets 2 kills. Oh, both players are blind. What is going on? Maka gets his way to the site for 2 frags. Finally, the trade comes back. A very, very awkward engagement. But Belgium, thanks to Scream's 2 entries, still have the lead. Although Smiley drops down the bomb plant. Very, very sloppy round here from Belgium. Maybe getting a bit too overconfident. Loki's going to try and push his way back to the site. Incendiary goes out. Faris forced back by the flames. Loki does get taken down. And so Smiley has it all to do. The bomb is out in the open. And Twanu is also low on health. Flash comes over. Smiley full blind, has to play safe. But Belgium not quite pushing on towards him just yet. Smiley gets the first kill with ease. And Faris is in a fairly tough spot now. Smiley decides to try and play safe. Faris on the other side does get taken down. There we go. Smiley finally wins a round on the CT side for Limitless. Just about winning the 1-on-2. Just about winning the force buy. But Belgium still certainly have plenty of cash in the bank for the buy. Got to give credit to Smiley there in that 1-on-2. Faris couldn't really do anything. The headshot was just so incredibly quick. Scream gonna try and get some entries again. Looking for the first headshot. Does take one, and it's Yu, sorry, who comes in for the second. That might just open up the A site. Polox will try and hold it off, but try as he might, there is just too many players for him to deal with. Loki will get the one kill back, but he goes down low to just 5 HP. Yu will decapitate him. There we go, Smiley gets the one kill, but there are plenty of players still ready and waiting to finish him off. And Belgium are in prime position to take their spot in the quarterfinals, where they would go up against AGO. It's 7 series points for Belgium. And more importantly, just look at the buy for Limitless. 5 CZs on the CT side. They're going to try and get up close and personal here with these close-range pistols, and Polox does take down Twanu early on. Might not be over just yet, but in the meantime, Faris spots the aggression out towards Underpass. Still, at the very least, Limitless will get themselves an AK for Polox. So we go back to a 4-on-4. Here comes Loki, trying to force a fight towards B apartments again, getting up close. And Faris goes down, the push coming in, Scream will eventually take Loki down. So 2v3, but AK is recovered for Limitless. And look at Yu go. The aggression is coming out from Belgium. They do not want to allow this retake to have any chance of succeeding. Yu just going to smoke off Kitchen and try and play this powerful position. We will go back in towards Kitchen. In the meantime, Scream also comes over. So Yu decides to go back to the site. Limitless taking their time, and Yu does miss that first shot. In the meantime, Scream should spot the man. Oh, Polox reacts quickly to get the kill himself. What? Oh my god, Yu gets the no-scope, but was never going to be able to do anything more with so many players around him. Nearly the chance to try and clutch, but of course the AWP never going to get too much more. And I think mainly it was Scream who had to get that kill in towards Kitchen. I'm not sure if the smoke was fading. Sometimes there's some weird spectator bugs with smokes. They're always kind of awkward to play around. So for all we know, Scream couldn't have seen it on his screen, and I assume that must have been the case. Again though, really, it's Scream and Twanu leading the way. I've been very impressed by Twanu, but also Scream has been very solid in this series as that star player that you would want him to be. Doesn't necessarily mean the game is over yet though. Limitless are still keeping themselves in with a shot. Push coming out towards A. Twanu is the man going in first. In the meantime, Loki should spot Scream out. Scream nearly finishes him off, but not quite connecting with him too many of those shots. Yu going in first. He does get taken down, but Scream is also here with the rest of his team to try and take the site. And Maka is forced back because he's down so low on health. A quick play out towards A might just settle things here because Limitless are all in towards CT. This is not an easy retake. Twanu gets the first. Twanu does get traded on by Maka, but both players are so low on health. Loki trying to go in. Maka himself rattling off a shot, but Loki is going to have to force it. Loki hoping for the defuse. Scream will not allow that. And Scream doubles down in the final round to get himself the 30 bomb here on Mirage. And more importantly, Belgium will take the series 2-0. They advance to the quarterfinals and they get the chance to play up against Godsent. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game so far today. That is going to be me done for the day. My name was Hawker. If you enjoyed, you can always follow me on Twitter at Hawker_CS. I mainly just tweet out when I'm casting, so if you enjoyed the casting and want to see more, that's always what you can go for. If not, then you don't have to. It's all up to you. I'll link it in the chat. And other than that, Again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to stick around. We're going to have Seaside and Dust bringing you the other 2 games of the day. And up next on this stream, it will be Space Soldiers up against